Okay, the next item on the agenda. Okay, Humane officer, Humane officer.
Humane officer Monthly Report 3711. Number of calls 64. City Hall 53. Police Department 11. Total number of dogs caught 41. Total number of fostered 21. Transported 9. Dogs in the vicinity right now 10. Number of cats caught 13. Number of fostered 10. Number in the vicinity 3. Return owner 1. Total number of animals 16. Pound of feed used for dogs 175. Cats 22.
Thank you very much, Russell. Fire Chief? Excuse me? Okay, I'm sorry, thank you. All in favor of the Humane Officer's report? I'll entertain a motion to entertain. A motion.
A second.
Been properly moved and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Fire Chief Monthly Support.
My report goes from January 18th through February 27th. Private dwellings had 2 in town, 1 out of town, 10 for the year. We had any house trailers. We've had 3 vehicle fires out of town, making 3 for the year. 1 apartment fire. Didn't have any motels, public assemblies, and had 1 incident at the elementary school involving an air conditioning unit. No structure damage there. Didn't have anything at any nursing homes or hospitals or businesses. 1 machinery fire, 1 storage building, rubbish. We had 1 out of town, making 4 for the year. Grass and brush, 1 in town, 9 out of town, 12 for the year. Alarms, we had 3 in town, making 3 for the year. 2 rescue calls, 2 service calls, which involves washing the street off and so forth where there's mud. No hazardous materials, no mutual aid. So we had 9 in-town calls, 17 outside of town. Total of 26 calls, added to 14 calls we had last month, making a total of 40 calls year to date. On our continuing education program, we have recently completed fire certifications, paid and volunteer for the year beginning 2011. We have Timothy Washington completed firefighter 1 and 2. And we have Wes Anders, which is a volunteer. He has completed firefighter 1 and 2. And those 2 guys have also completed fire instructor 1. And they're continuing to go to training in Raven. I believe they're having a class tonight. And so we've got several others that are in different phases of the firefighter training and certification. I believe they're doing first responder tonight up there at District 8 in Richland Parish. I believe that's about all I have.
Thank you, Chief. We've heard the Fire Chief report. What is your pleasure?
Make a motion to accept the Fire Chief monthly report.
Been properly moved. Second. And second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? You have the same right. Let the record reflect that it's unanimously approved. At this time, we will hear the report of our Chief of Police.
Mississippi Police Department monthly report from January 17th through February 28th. We made 55 arrests for the month, leading with disturbing the peace, general, followed by simple battery. With the warm weather, we are seeing more and more arrests being made. Hopefully, that's going to decrease throughout the summer goal. Traffic charges, we have 36 traffic citations issued. We worked 16 accidents on the highway, on state highways, with one parking lot. We took 590 calls for the month, which is average call for this time of the year. We are in the neighborhoods patrolling more, trying to curtail some of the problems that we've been having. And this is my monthly report for this month.
Chief, you want to have item number 14?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and do it now, too.
Excuse me?
Go ahead and do it now, sir.
Yes.
Well, also,
Let's, well, I keep forgetting about everything being approved. But, we've heard the chief's report. What is your pleasure?
I make a motion to accept.
It's been properly moved and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Unanimously approved. At this time, item number 14.
at this time, I'd like to recommend to the mayor and to the city council for the employment of Jonathan McFarland and Jason Wright. Jason Wright is a certified officer. Jonathan McFarland will need to be certified.
May I make a motion to accept the police chief's recommendation, hiring these two officers?
I second it.
It's been properly moved that we hire the two new officers. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, you have that same right. Let the record reflect that it's unanimously approved of the hiring of two officers. At this time, we will hear our monthly financial statement.
We should be at 58% of our budget. This will be through January the 31st. There are some of in our general fund, some of the revenues that are above, some are below, but overall our total revenue is at 78%, so that's good. Just the same few line items continue to be high. We have administrative expense that's a little high, our auditing, but that's just a one-time fee there. So our community center is a little high. We had a roof repair. Around $5,000 for a roof repair on the community center, so that kind of threw that over budget. Our sales tax collections are at 70%, but that's based on how much we collect, so that's good that that's high. Group insurance is a little high. Our general insurance is at 80%, but we pay that in the first 6 months of our fiscal year, so that should that'd be okay for a little while. Fire department, they've had a lot of repairs to fire trucks this year. They're at 79%. Our total operating is at 61%, so we're within our 5% range. If you add your capital outlay expenditures, we're going to be at 72%. That's a total of $296,000 in capital outlay projects, but we do have grant money in the amount of $219,000 for those, so that just leaves a little bit. So that brings our total general fund expenditures to 72%. Utility system fund looks really good. Everything's in line on that. The only high item we have is the chemicals for the water plant, and we've started treating with polymer. And so weren't really budgeted for that expense, so that's made it at 170%. Next year, when we budget, we'll include to increase that a little bit. But our total utility system expenditures are at 54%, so that's good.
I have a question. In reference to the police department's hiring of the last two officers and the percentage that we're at now, what does it show?
Our police salaries are at 58%. in the month of February, we'll have the whole month that we are, I think the beginning, the beginning of January, we did have some officers that left the 1st of January, is that right? So the whole month of February, we'll have been 2 officers short.
But we're still at 58% at this time? Now,
We'll
did
just
they-
have to see how much overtime there was during the month of February. It might be down a little bit, just depends. Was there a lot of overtime?
It was.
It was, okay, well then it's not going to be down.
And the budget was at,
58, well,
the
yeah.
budget was at 58? The department was at 58?
Mhm.
And additional officers will take us over that 58?
More than likely.
Therefore, we need an amendment in order to correct this? Or do we feel that it's going to fall in place? Chief, do you think that you'll be able to assist us on this?
With the overtime we spent with the last 2 months, Councilman, I feel like that it should fall in place. If not, next month, we might look at amending the budget at that time. But with I've had a lot of excessive overtime to make sure that we keep the shifts at the strength they were.
But next month is going to be the Catfish Festival. We have a Catfish Festival next month.
It's going to be in April, 2nd week in April.
And if that's the case, then you're going to increase, we will have an increase in overtime, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that would be the last major overtime function that we have for the city.
So we will need an amendment. It needs to be amended. It will need to be amended.
It might need to be next month. The total department expenses are at 58%. So we'll just, when we get February together, we'll look and see if we need to amend that.
May I make a motion to accept the monthly financial statement?
Been properly moved. Do I have a second?
A second.
And second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let the record reflect that the financial report was unanimously approved. At this time, I just want to say to those of you who are here tonight, we are so pleased that so many of you has taken an interest in your local government. Thank you very much for coming out.